What is today? Today is Sunday, January the what? 7th, 8th? I forgot. I don't know. 7. Okay, good morning. Patricia Evans, good morning. How you doing this morning? How are things with you? Hopefully you are well. Hopefully everything is good in the background. Mary Stevens, good morning. Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been? Been a while. I'll be there. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Lucky in Life, good morning. From Vegas last week, we had the best year we ever had in sales are up. Casino is doing well. I heard even in Seminole there in Tampa, they said the Hard Rock at the casino, it's really busy. Things are good for them. If you're ever in Vegas, look me up. When I was there in November, I found myself bored after 3 weeks. So I traveled, same border, and went to Thailand. No border. I really like Thailand. Yeah, Thailand is, they say, there's 4, 5, 6 guys I know in Thailand right now. And one just did a video yesterday and said that it's better for him and his Filipina, for them. Doesn't mean it's good for everybody, but for them. Because there's pros and cons. There's pros there and there's cons there because visas and things like that, requirements. And in here, you free entry in, and then you can have a lot of benefits of coming here and living here, you know. So try Vietnam, yeah, Thailand. My car had ice all over it. We stopped in Idaho today and woke up. RV was covered in snow. Who? Idaho. What are you doing way up in Idaho? Wow. Jerry, good morning. Dede said she loves the USA, enjoys it more than the Philippines. We have been married 13 years, 14th. Wow. 14 years. Good for you. Good for you. Hi, Jerry. My wife said the same thing. Hi, Pat. Long time no see. Did you finish your laundry? You did? We had a couple things I need to wash. It says to do with freedom being on those islands in the Philippines. Most Tom only stay a few years and leave for other place. New place now is Thailand, Costa Rica. Yeah, Costa Rica is a hotbed. Good place to go. Okay, Omer, what do you need? Why are you so antsy? You need something to do? He's all over me this morning. He's crying. I have no idea what he's crying about. What is wrong? What's wrong with you? You having a hard day? Hi, Tom. Just got back from New York. It's beautiful there this time of year. We're glad to be here in the States. Awesome, Andy. I'm glad for you. Send an email to me. Okay. Need help, family. Okay. No worries, Pauline. I'll look at it. How happy you headed to bed? It's tired. I'm sorry. We'll watch tomorrow. Tell her I'm proud of her. In all classes, #1 in class. Good grades. Yeah, she made honor roll. She did really good, and I'm proud of her. She did good. I always tease her all the time. Do like my my dad used to say, you can do better. But well, I probably could, because D's, you know. Nothing better. Tom and Ruth, love your positive attitude. Thank you. How you guys doing? Doing very well. Good morning, Sammy. How you doing, Sammy? Timmy, good morning, Timmy. How you doing? Kevin T, good morning. Good morning. Tim D, good morning. How is everybody doing? So, how is everybody today? Today, New Year's resolutions. What is everybody's New Year's resolution? Let me think a minute. My New Year's resolutions, number one is lose weight. That's everybody.
That's our topic yesterday, Daddy.
Everybody says, why don't you come over here in the stream there, Fireball?
Just wait.
Everybody says, what's your New Year's? I'm going to lose weight. Because of all the food they had during the holidays, right? Or they gained weight. Mine is lose weight. Exercise more. I said, I'm getting up this morning to exercise. I haven't done it yet. I'll get our arm and we'll go walk around the park here.
See, that's what they said. You have New Year's resolution. You have to do like...
Morning, Sammy.
Not only for saying, you have to do an action.
Yeah.
And you have a target. Because losing weight is your target. Like, if you have 80 kilos now, your target is 60 kilos. Like that. Let's say that I will lose weight, but you did not give your target.
Well, what would be my target?
I don't know.
Probably 80 kilo I could lose. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Probably let's see, kilos 2.2, right? Per pound, right? So I think I could lose if I was going to do it 30 pounds. No, 40. I need to lose 60 pounds. So whatever that ends up being, 60 pounds probably. Get back to, I'm 250, like that, yeah, 250. I just need to lose, I need to get rid of my belly. I didn't, the doctor said completely stop the rice. And how do you do that? You can't do that in an environment that's all there is. In an environment there's rice. You can eat vegetables, you can eat other things, tortillas, but you can get tired of that, you know? Gotta have rice. Tim D says, I only make one resolution, never to make more resolutions. Yeah, I understand. Everybody would put goals, this year I'm going to make an X amount of dollars. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. My relationship's going to be better. My relationship before was horrible. Now it's going to be better this year, or it's perfect this year and I want to keep it the same. Whatever. Everybody comes up with all these resolutions. Come February the 1st, they forgot what they wrote down and they're not doing the resolutions. They're stopped. Everybody, stops. Good morning, Ruth.
Good morning, Team D. Good morning, Tommy. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, she's not even said
Year.
morning yet. She's been on her phone over here chit-chatting. Good morning, everyone. Welcome 2024. This is going to be a good year. I hope and pray it's going to be a great year. I'm alive, and so that's a positive thing. The other day, I think I said this last stream, but the other day I got to thinking, say you're born in, I'm just going to use this number, say you're born in 1960 or 1970 or 1980, and you take calendars and go 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and you put all these calendars up for 80 years, life expectancy, right? And so you get up there and you add 80 years to that. So now all of a sudden, you're at 60 and you're looking at the calendar, okay, I got 20 years left. Then you're 65, you got 15 years left. Then once you reach 70, you have this many years left. And so you find yourself going, wow, I only have this much time left. In your mind, but you're doing it not to think that that's because you could live 85 or 90. I mean, but you could live a shorter period of time too. So you really have to take advantage and understand what life is about. Meaning that that it's going to be hopefully a good life, and not everybody has a good life. A lot of people have a hard life, but I have to say, Filipino take the hard with the good. That's what I like about them. They take the hard with the good and they turn the bad into good. And even though they have all the calamities and all the things that's happening, it creates a lot of, how can I say, mishaps sometimes happen, but they come out smiling. They could be flooded in the house and they'd be really upset that day and the next day, but they come out smiling. That's what I like Filipino. Mine, stop stressing jealous people. Second, stop hoping someone is. Third, doing my best to be happy anyway. Fourth, still spread love to all. Life is too short to be sick. Yeah, you're right about that. So, I mean, that's good. Stressing jealous people, yeah. Stop hoping someone. LOL. Third, do my best to be happy anyway. Yes, yeah. I don't eat rice. You don't eat rice, Tim? What do you eat instead? Do you eat like bread, or you just eat vegetables, that's it, or you just eat like one item? I know a lot of people just eat one item, whatever it is, or if it's just oatmeal, they eat oatmeal. Or if they eat vegetables, they just eat vegetables, no rice or anything else. Tim, you need to eat sometimes. Some Billy. Good morning, Kevin and Gemma. How you doing, Kevin?
Good morning.
How you doing, Kevin? How's Gemma doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ruth Wapa, Mom Boondog. I don't need belly fat. You guys, yeah, you know what, Tim D, you and Sammy in good shape. I got a little belly on me, but then again too, I just picked doing it here, William O'Leary, good morning. How you doing, William? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm tired of eating a lot. I'm tired because I can't. I'm tired of eating a lot. I'm tired because I can't be fat. You're lucky. Now I have to say this. In my earlier years in life, I was. My mother took me to the doctor. Thought I was sick because I was thin. I was 6'1", 6'2", and I weighed 140 pounds, 145 pounds. Skinny. So took me to the doctor, and he gave me medicine to start gaining weight. When I got in my 19, 20, 21, I gained weight. I got really big. I just blossomed up. And the doctor says you need to lose weight. So I lost weight. And then from that second on, I pretty well kept it off until I got into my, I'd say 40s. In my 40s, I started putting it on again. But when I turned 50, I dropped it again. And it stayed off. And even when I came here, I was not skinny. I was not skinny, but I was thinner. I was 33 waist, 34 waist, and fair, I was not perfect shape, yeah. Fat a little, yeah, there you go. Give me some fats. Yeah, I guess I will start gym in February. They don't have any. They have gyms here, but they're not. They're old with the old 1950 barbells, and so they don't really have any gyms around us here locally. The gyms are very. There's just non-existent where I'm at. I don't make me jealous of your abs. In fact, I had a friend of mine was telling me the other day that he lost a lot of weight in the States. He went on a program. He did the Weight Watcher thing. He did, what's the other one that counts the points? I forget what it was. Not Weight Watcher, something else. Anyway, then he ended up on MetaFast, where you eat the meals and you eat the bars. It's expensive, The box of 5 or 6 bars are, $2 each, like that. So he dropped the weight. He in fact dropped a good, I would say, a lot of weight. He said he feels a lot better. I know I would feel a lot better, but we are going to go exercise today. I will tell you that. I will make it a point to do that. I got to get back into shape, just because I want to live a little longer than I'm living. I don't want to be, just because I'm here, I don't want anything to deteriorate. You know what I mean? I don't like abs, so Tim, joke. Tom, my age, I've seen all the good and the bad and ugly part of life. I don't think I would want to come back again. Kevin, I know. If you could turn back the clock, would you turn back the clock? I don't know that I would turn back the clock. I would do things differently in a lot of instances. But I would be on this particular path I'm on now for sure. In other words, I would be here in the Philippines. If I had a redo, I would mark that down on a piece of paper and be here in the Philippines. And live here, I have a washboard stomach, unfortunately it's covered by a few loads of laundry. So I had, that's one thing that we all, try to eat right. We all try to do the right thing. Eating right here, I don't know, Tim, if you guys have a problem or have a problem finding the food, but I sometimes find that it's really kind of hard. Am I correct? Finding the food. Did you find that the same thing?
It's difficult, but I want to cook something like Chinese menu. Then you cannot find the market like that. Not all are available.
Yeah, we have rice every meal. I try to get away from the rice. I just have a little bit. It's just impossible. It's completely impossible. A friend of mine came in town yesterday. Hadn't seen in 4 years, and I came back to visit his fiance, and we visited a few times. And he's from the Carolinas, and he was telling me, how he's eating, and he found himself eating different here. because he said there's not a lot of meat and things like that he's accustomed to. He said a chicken. Now this guy's big. He was an college football player all his life. Very good football player in college, and he was telling me that he's just to fill up him. He's 6'3", 6'4", muscular, fairly good shape. And he was telling me, I can't find enough protein to do it. And he said, I find myself eating the rice, and then, as you know, rice stays inside you for what they say, 3 or 4 days. Mm. Rice stays inside you for 3 or 4 days, and that's the problem. It doesn't digest quickly, like vegetables. Vegetables digest quickly. I should just cut out the soft drinks. Yeah, soft drinks will hurt you. I know that. We don't really have soft drinks. We drink them, but if you were to count, we drink maybe 8 times a year. Drinks, soft drinks. We're not a family to go out and buy soft drinks. We don't have them. To me, the tastes, for me personally, the tastes aren't the same as they are in the States. In other words, I love Coke in the States, although I didn't drink it there either. I mean, I didn't drink it. So it's not something. Now my thing is now a candy bar, like a candy bar in the afternoon. I have to kind of watch that because candy bar a day. I mean, that's 7 candy bars a week. You don't want to do that. So I started watching kind of what that is. So candy bar maybe once a week, if I'm lucky, twice a week sometimes. But I try to be careful with that too. Because there you go, sugar, diabetes. So it's been 2 weeks now. I don't have rice. Wow, good for you. So what are you replacing the rice with? You just eating whatever, vegetables, right? Whatever, Sammy.
Anyway, we're not eating rice for how many years for breakfast like that.
Yeah, we don't eat bread.
Where used Filipino do like eating breakfast,
lunch and dinner
like that since 2016, right? We're not eating rice on breakfast, so we will do is like
cereal,
oatmeal, cereal with banana like that.
Yeah,
oatmeal with banana like that. Sometimes it's apple, then boiled egg like that.
Yeah.
But since RR is allergic on egg, so we cannot.
She cannot have egg or chicken.
More.
And RR, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You sure? You sure the egg didn't come first?
No, because God made the living things.
Wow. The church is doing you good. I'm eating a ham and egg toasted sandwich and coffee. I tell you what. I saw the other day, I was watching TV and I saw subs. And subs up in New York. And there's this place, Totino's or something. They had subs. And so they were doing the the French press and making the bread hot, and then putting all the meat and all the onion and the cheese. I go, oh man, I'd like to have one of those. Of course, it's a heart attack waiting to happen, because it's got all the grease and everything on it. But it'd be good one time. John Ferris, good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and Omer and everyone. Yeah, how's you doing, John? How are things? Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully things are good for you. Omer, stop licking, man. Take a chill pill. Scrambled eggs and bacon at breakfast, good. Then 2 boiled eggs in the afternoon, it's better. Some fats, yeah. I'd have to have a little more than 2 boiled eggs. Woo! That lasts me about 2 seconds. Ooh!
Filipino can stand with like 2 eggs only for
yeah.
meal like that. It's enough. But Daddy Tom, no.
No way. 2 eggs? Well, give me the other half a dozen. I love egg salad, and I love certain mayonnaise in egg salad. I love Kraft mayonnaise, Miracle Whip, and to make egg salad. Well, I use Hellman's here, whatever they have in it. It's fairly good. I made that. We made chicken salad. It's really good. Chicken salad, you guys know, not like potato salad.
Macaroni salad.
I might have candy bar once every 4 or 5 months. Tim, that's the reason you're in good shape. Me, Candy bar every day is what not good. I don't have it every day. I mean, I had a half of one yesterday. Good morning, Mark King.
Good morning, Happy New Year.
I like the video on the rice. Yeah, I like the video, Mark King. You know, the rice, you know, it's good for you. They say if you use the diabetic way, just put it in the fridge. So cook the rice, put it in the fridge, and pull it out, and it takes a lot of the carbs, the bad carbs out of it, and you can eat
And
it.
did you know that have rice cooker now that it can like it for diabetic
Yeah,
rice cooker?
Really?
It removes the sugar, I think.
does it really? I'll have to check that
I
out.
saw that one. They advertised that one.
Hi everyone, Mark King saying hello. I only eat 2 to 3 eggs brunch, and dinner I have salad. You know, you know what? I been trying to find some good salad dressings. Impossible. Impossible. Almost being a pest. I would rather have a good bowl of stew over eggs any day. Yeah. I love to make beef stew. And one of the things I wanted to make was nachos the other day. And trying to find ground beef that is good, you know, good ground beef. I'm talking beef that is good, would be a positive thing for us here. Because they use the same knife to cut the chicken, same knife to cut the pork, and same knife to cut the beef. And so you'll have green spots all over the beef where it's salmonella's already come into that. So you got to really kind of watch. You got to get it early in the morning and hope that a lot of things not messed up that way. I'm doing well, Tom, John Bears, all things considered. Yeah, you know, hang in there. You know, we all have things that happen to us that are unplanned. You know, things that happen unplanned. And so just keep the faith. Things will work out. Things will always work out for you. And luckily you had some really good friends there. And I'm glad things worked out for you there. I will be having Subway at Tim Hortons, 10 bits. Oh, where are you going? Are you have Subway? Where are you at, Tim? You had Subway there? Shh. You're not in the States, are you? Homer, will you take a chill pill there, dude? Mark King, I agree with you. I would need more than 2 eggs too. For me, anyway.
Kevin T,
Good morning, Kevin T. It's a little bit more expensive, and I bought my wife an American cookbook, and she can cook more American style food for me. But our son eat fresh pork chicken and fish here. Yeah, or we'll have breakfast, and she's sitting there wanting rice.
Oh.
So, just tell him to stop, honey.
Nope, no, Baba.
My best friend used to know Kuya Tom. He loves it because he lost a lot of fats too. This is what he do what I do too. Oh, good, good, Sammy. That's good. So he lost a lot of weight. Good. Nucky. Get Homer, will you please? Gary T. Good morning, Gary T. Long time no see. Not outside, but okay.
What's outside?
All right, Gary T.
Gary T.
Greetings. How you doing?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Gary T. Yeah, we got Homer Eyes at the past here. I've not seen Miracle Whip in years. Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Miracle Whip.
Stay there.
No.
In fact, it's just the kind that I like, a flavor that I like. You know, it's kind of got that sweet, sour taste. It's great for deviled eggs. It's great for potato salad. It's great for coleslaw. It's great for any kind of things like that. As my mother used to say, it's great on a tomato sandwich. And Hellman's is good for a lot of different other things too. My mother used certain one for West and another one. There's one they do in the South. I can't remember the name of it. Dixie, called Dixie mayonnaise. Yeah.
Dixie?
Yeah, it's called Dixie or something like that. It's pretty good.
I only know Dixie is like
Crystal sugar. I made my own salad. Good for you. What dressing do? You make your own dressing, like olive oil and vinegar or something, or olive oil? How many channels do you have up and running? Any more planned? Gary T, I tell you, I had to do a good question though. Gary, how many channels I have? 7 or 8. They're all up and running. I decided. Ruth took over 2. I tried to give RR a channel or 2. They're all monetized. She don't want it. She don't want it. She don't want to make money. So I said, okay. So I'm just focusing on this one and my weekly gospel. And I'm doing weekly gospel reflection channel and doing a sermon or two and things like that. And then this one here, my Tom and Ruth Healthy Lifestyle and my horror channel and the other ones that I have, Ruth is taking care of that. And it's kind of gone the wayside because they're just a lot of work. And I was finding myself, I was working 6 to 8 hours a day on it, and results are limited. I mean, I was really getting good views on them, but never really too much money, but lots of views, but not a lot of money. So I decided, I said, why am I killing myself, you know? So have you folks moved to the U.S. yet? Art! Keep doing your channel over there. I hope so. Belated Happy New Year. Hello, Art. Yeah, we've not moved yet. We're hopefully one day. I will do my channel over there, of course. It will be an active channel. It will be very active. I know that it's something I really want to do, and I think I want to do is have it to where it's both, you know, U.S. and Philippine based, and helping people maybe if they have questions. I still get a lot of questions, you know, where are the best place to live? How much money do I need to bring there? How do I get insurance? When I get off the plane, where do I go to get my visa? Do I need to get my visa before I go? Do I need to take shots before I go? On the islands, if I wanted to go to the beach, where are the best beaches? How can I live really cheap? How can I live under $500 a month? And I get so many of those still to this day that people will ask me. And even though the other channels are so busy like that, but I'm busy behind the scenes more so than necessarily here, you know, because I still get a lot of questions, and it's good, word of mouth and things like that, which is very good. If you're using pork in a stew, just add a beef too. It tastes like beef. Yeah. Just add a beef. You're right, John. You're right. I do like good stews, man. Bread too. Anything you starch too. Yeah, you're right, Mark. You can. Kevin and Jim is saying, curried egg sandwich on potato salad, yummy in the tummy. It is. I love potato salad. I love any kind of potato salad, chicken salad, egg salad, coleslaw. I have my own version of coleslaw that I like. I like good mashed potatoes, something in mashed potatoes. Wow, honey, look, there's 600 people on. I love good mashed potatoes. I love good, the potatoes that, you know, what they call them, twice baked. I started doing those. I'm going to start more. I got to go now, Tom. Need to visit a friend. Invites me for brunch. Okay. Sounds good, Sammy. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for spending your valuable time. And I'll see you next time. Subway is 15 minutes by trike. Oh, wow. Hey, Tim, so tell me about the Subway. Tell me, do they have meat there? I mean, is it like roast beef? Is it like true roast beef? Or is it limited? I had so many people tell me different stories. I just want to know the truth, and I know you'll tell me the truth. Sammy, take care. Gary, oh, I tell you what, Gary T.
Tomorrow.
She's so excited to go back to school tomorrow. She is so excited to go back to school tomorrow. She can't wait. She actually is. She loves school.
Ew.
She loves school.
Ew.
She wants to go to school. If her idea is school, she go to school 6 in the morning, 6 at night every day. Did you like school?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
I'm waiting. Somebody asked me if I liked school.
You like school?
No.
Why?
Because I had to go, and I didn't want to go, and I didn't want to answer any questions, and I didn't want.
You're not excited, like you will say your classmate, you will say your crush, you will say your teacher, and then you can play with them like that. When
Yeah.
you're elementary.
You ain't gonna be playing no teacher in U.S. But you know, really, honestly, no. I was not into. See, they love their crushes here. They can't wait to see their batchmates. They can't wait to see their classmates here. I go to school in Arizona. I could care less whether I saw the guy yesterday or what. Now, if you said to me, football, yeah, buddy. Baseball, yeah, buddy. Basketball, track, sports, because I was in all of them. Was I good? No. I was good at baseball. Uh, Basketball, no. Football, so fairly. Yeah, I got to play the games, but never really that good. Track, I was okay. I was never really good, but my sport was baseball. Really good at baseball. I was lucky there, that part. Other than that, yes, good Tom. It's Nucky in my TikTok, Facebook now. It just allows me to post because it's smaller now than before. Oh, I see. Oh, awesome, Sammy. That's really good. It's great for everything. One thing I hate about Arizona is not going to show 49ers game tomorrow because there's going to show the Cardinals game, even though it's last game. What a joke. Why are they doing that? I've got to tell you something. I do miss my football. I just like watching it. I'm not... Give me 30 minutes of watching the game, I'm okay. I don't have to see the whole game. Just give me 30 minutes somewhere part of the game. Because you pretty well know how it's going to end. You come at halftime, you pretty well know how it's fairly going to end. Because you know if the team's overpowering the other team, Anyway. Hey there, it's a like button. If you click it on, the number changes. John, you're right. Click that like button, it changes. John Ferris, the main thing is remember to have a place to come to. Yes. You know what, John Ferris? Great point. When I'll have to go sooner, whenever that time frame is back to the States, whatever that time is, I'll have to go there, and I got to get things set up, but there's nowhere to go. Meaning I have no house, I have no car, I have nothing other than me and my suitcases. So what do? I could stay at my brother's house, but he's way over there, and I'm not going to be way over there. I want to be over here. And then I got to rent a car, right? Then I got to find a car. Then I got to sleep somewhere. But it was my fault not keeping things in order, and I did not think. I had rose-colored glasses on. I wanted out so bad. So bad. I just couldn't take it anymore. The world's coming to an end in my mind.
Yeah, I want to get out.
I wanted to get out. It's like, get me out of here. And then once I got out and get over here, and it's now 8+ years, I said, hey, there's other things you can do. There's other places you can go. And my friends have made me realize that. I mean, the guys in the RVs are in Yellowstone, and next time they're in El Paso, and they're all over the place enjoying life. And my thing was, didn't want to do it alone. And that's the reason why. But now, that changed, so I can bring them to States. It's just waiting on that visa. I can say words on that, but I will not, bad words. I will not say bad words, but you guys have my opinion on that. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to try to figure out how I can get there and try to find a place to live fairly. Because it's not like you can snap your fingers and you can produce, $10,000 or $8,000 to get situated. Because first, last, security deposit, car, whatever that amount is, and then lifestyle, and then if you want to do something on a job-wise, how long is that going to take? A week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months? I mean, what time frame? So you're sitting there, you still got to eat, and you still got to maintain your life. And if your Social Security and your pension and your income is not just X amount of dollars, you got to really be careful. It looks like that Chrissy is having a blast there in U.S. and with the money Tim K is dropping, it's not poor for sure. Nothing against them or anything. Yeah, Mark. I did see that she put out another video today. I didn't know whether Tim did or not. I did see that she put out one where they were going to sympathy. I did not watch it because I was getting ready for the stream, but I did see that. And you're right. He's not hurting for money. Where my story is, I have money, but it's sort of like it's only going to go so far, So I got to really boots on the ground, make it happen there. So I usually get the meatball sandwich, the spicy Italian sandwich. Yeah, that's my favorites. Those are my favorites, the meatball. Since you mentioned meatball, now I'm going to think I want a meatball sub all day. Even an Italian sandwich, I want one. Did they still serve the $5 footlongs, or is that in the States only? Are these $5? How much are they, Tim? If you don't mind me asking. When I got back to Canada, I had 2 suitcases. That's what we'll have, but I don't know where I'll go, what I'll do. I don't know. I gotta really plan that out. I gotta really think about that. I mean, you can stay at a friend's house a night or two, but you don't want to burden them. So you got to, offer gifts for them for letting you stay and pay your way. But then on the other hand, you're not over 2 days. It's time to get back out. You can't overload on them. Like 2 weeks or anything like that, because they're not friends. They're friends. They're not family. And even family, you're limited. Family's not going to say, "Tell Tom, come stay here," and you stay here a month. They're not going to say that. They're ready to let you go after the 3rd day. Right? Sell everything, move to the Philippines. Michael.
Burden of it.
Yeah, they go and you become a burden. That's exactly right. You become a something that is.
You have to feed.
You have to feed. Yeah, he's got laundry. He's staying up a little too late, or he's too noisy, or he's in the bathroom too long. So you see all these things. They have their own rituals, and you go through that, and it messes up them. Like they have to be nice, where they don't want to be nice. You guys know the story. Sell everything, Michael. Good morning, Michael. How you doing? Good to see you. Luckily, I was able to get work. Yeah, John, that was your lifesaver, and that was a lifesaver for you, and good for you. Yeah, lucky. You were very lucky to get a job. I have, when I do go, some jobs lined up, but they're not going to hold that job for me. I mean, they're going to fill that job within 10 seconds of me talking to them if they got somebody. I've talked to some people, but the jobs I've got lined up, they're filling them. In other words, if you're going to be a salesman or whatever you're going to do, I mean, I talked to the guy yesterday. He says, "Well, if you were here, I'd talk to you." Didn't mean you had the job. I'll talk to you. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to hire you." No, yeah, I'll talk to you if you're here. But it was more of an aspect. I want to find out what the job was entail, how much travel's involved in it, because it was a salesman covering the state of Florida for a company, and it was a name brand, a branded company that they needed a retail person to do, and that was my expertise. I really hated going to school. Every year I would be in new school, so I was being bullied all the time. Oh, Mark, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank goodness our R's not bullied, and she has been to. Listen, she's been 2 schools this year, from CDO to here, so she's been really struggling and mentally wise. But as far as school wise, she's excelling. Yeah, it's not the same way they're being bullied nowadays. School back then, they just hit you, not calling you names like today. Yeah, Mark, I know what you're talking about. I lived under a tarp behind the church for 3 weeks when I got back. You did? Wow. I don't want to live in no tarp behind the church or a tarp anywhere. Could I? Would I? I don't know. Yeah. If you have to, what do? You don't have a choice. Right? Yeah. Did you see all the schools of fish that come to the shoreline and came out there in Mindinao? People were filling their buckets up. I didn't see that.
Where at?
Kiamba, right there.
Gamba.
Kamba? I don't know where's that at. I didn't see that. Fish coming in. I love that, Michael. Mitch Promo, high five, high five. Good morning, Mitch. How you doing, my good friend? Mr. Nass is in the house. Hey, I saw a video yesterday where the rockets were coming back down from the dropping off the satellite. It's really kind of cool. They actually come down and they flip around, right? And landed. I was amazed. So how's Mr. Mitch? The only place I would go for a meatball sandwich, Firehouse Subs, until I find another place better. Yeah, Firehouse does have good meatballs. Yeah, Tom, going back will be a journey. If all don't at the same time, you'd be splitting your money. Yes, Kevin T, that's right. So I have to maintain the house here, maintain where I'm at. So that means that I immediately have to find something, or just have a good stash of cash, which you don't want to just spend every dime you have and be really that way. But things happen, things are not perfect. It's not a perfect world. I would have never thought that I would have spent as much money as I did last year moving around, from point A to point B during that transaction. and I never would have thought I would spend all that money. It's a lot of money went bye-bye. I don't even know what the price of my sandwiches are. It gets in. Oh, I see. My girlfriend gets informed me when she visits me on Sundays. I see. I had to pound the pavement to get work here. Yeah, I'll do the same. Hey, I'll put on a shirt and tie. I'll go door knocking. I've been searching on all the job sites, and if I have to clean toilets, I'll clean toilets. I mean, it's not something that I'm not that proud that I won't clean toilets or clean a bathroom.
Or you?
You sure can. I mean, I'll mop floors. It don't bother me. I've run big chains and big, had at one supermarket chain, just one store had 600 employees. I think I had a little over 1,500 employees at one time I was running. But at that time, I was not too proud to wash the floors or clean the toilets. I'm still that way. So I will go whatever they need for me to clean toilets. I'll go clean toilets. I did see a job for the Fish and Wildlife there in St. Petersburg that you go to their centers there on the beach, where they have the bathrooms and you inspect them. And then if they're not up to par, because there's cleaners, they go there every day and clean them. And if they're not up to par, you make it up to par. You have to clean it, whatever. But they give you a truck, and it's a 30-hour-a-week job, and it pays $26 an hour, which is really good money, and you get all the benefits. And they're looking for an old guy to do it because they know he'll show up. Do you know how to handle noise next door people that are loud when they are sleeping and turn up music? I know they would like it too. I wanted to do that here 1,000 times, 10,000 times. The faults of the Philippines, number one fault is they don't know when to turn off the karaoke. They don't know when to stop honking the horn. The new thing is now they're starting to honk the horn as they're driving by people's houses in the big trucks playing songs. No. And they play songs. And so that's the new thing. So at 3 a.m, you may have somebody coming down the road playing a song. Or a bus. It's like, that's the fault. Then the roosters and the dogs. And what is I'm going to do is sell my place first we come back to the USA at all. I know, Mark. I'd sell my place and everything. I think that, I don't know, life has so much to offer. If it's not here in the Philippines, there's 1,000 other places. I mean, Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico. There are people still going to Mexico. The Mexicans are coming across the border like crazy, and then you got people retiring, want to retire there. Is it safe? I don't know if it's safe or not, but there's a lot of Americans going there. A lot of Filipina and American husbands going there from here. Why? I don't know. Well, here it's hospital care. Number one reason is hospital care. Hospitals are not up to par. A friend of mine was telling me this friend that was here, he said he went to the doctor and there was no doctors there. No doctors at a 6-story hospital. No doctor. So they called the doctor, had him come in, but he's over at another hospital because there's no doctors there. There's one doctor. You got 2 hospitals? One doctor? What is that? What about an emergency? What's going on? So thousands of dollars these hospitals, they don't have doctors. We did finally get snow today. Not too cold. Wow. Snow in the desert is always welcome. Yes. I would do more. I have done hazmat, dug out grave elevators. I've done the worst, ugliest jobs out there. I have too, man. I have not done that, but I have done some ugly jobs back in my life. Cleaning restaurant hoods is not a glamorous job too. I got to tell you, restaurants or chimneys or ducts, big duct fans full of grease where you actually can climb in there. You got to climb inside those ducts and scrape it out with a hazmat mask because the grease is unbearable where people don't clean those hoods. I've had to do that. And scrapers and pull out. I remember, I'm not going to say the name of it, it is a famous star, food star, has a restaurant out at Disney, And I pulled out 3 55-gallon drums of grease out of his restaurant because he's too cheap to pay it. And I 3 at one cleaning. Had to come back the next day to finish off the hood on the roof and the duct on the roof and the fan on the roof because it was so dirty. The fan wouldn't even turn. So it was, and he was a famous. He's on TV now. He was so cheap, he wouldn't even pay the bill. I mean, it's like $600, $650 a clean. The guy wouldn't pay the bill, and he had to have it done every 2 weeks because it's volume. In the Philippines, everyone is a star. Yeah, that's true, John. You know, if the trucker drives the house and using the horn with the bad music, no? Yeah, I tell you what, you do that in the U.S., you will get shot out. But they do, don't they, darling? Don't they play that horn? And then it's always noisy? Yeah.
I don't know, I think they're like this.
And my wife says, why is it like that? I tell you what's starting to annoy my wife. I tell you right now, number 1, power outage. Don't knock on wood.
Don't say that because
I'm knocking on wood.
you don't have your solar already.
Yeah, my solar
And
system's
you're
down.
doing live stream. You
And
cannot
I'm not going to spend $500 or $800 to fix it when I need it for other things, you know. It's just one of those things that I need to make a choice on where the money goes. And Ruth and I were looking the other day here that we want to fix the solar. Then my friend Ollie at the restaurant bought a generator. He got a really big, he paid $1,000 for his generator. It's a square generator, you know, diesel. Nice. It'll furnish all the power for the restaurant. It's 2 air cons. It does its job. And you got a pretty good deal on it. I don't know if it's a closeout or what, but anyway, it's a good generator. And I was even thinking about that and dogging the solar for a while because the batteries cost more than buying a generator. No, excuse me, 2 batteries. And I need at least 5. Cost more than a generator. So if anything, I'll go buy the same generator there and bring it out here to the house, and it's automatic. So if the power goes out, it automatically kicks on. You don't have to worry about it. And then it'll keep it constant. It waits about I think it's 2 minutes, so 2 or 3 minutes before it kicks on, because you know how they do the power outages like that. So, what would ever discourage someone from moving to the Philippines? Suppose the guy wants to come over and he has pre-existing health condition. He is sole income security. Just curious. You know what? Good question, Gary. What would ever? I think the pre-existing condition would be probably something, if you have one, I would probably question whether you want to move to the Philippines, unless you're moving close to a hospital that is really a good hospital that you can depend on. You know that someone's going to be there, and it has good doctors, doctors that are efficient. Right now, a lot of the doctors left and they went overseas, Singapore, they went Thailand, and they're paying them double, triple, quadruple what they made here. So why wouldn't they leave? I'd leave too. And they're financing them on the way there. So because everybody needs doctors and even nurses, you know. But I think people want to leave the States no matter what, for whatever reason. And granted, so I understand that. People want to leave there because they have to get out of there because of particular reasons in U.S. because they don't like the politics, they don't like this, they don't like that. They're trying to figure out where can we go. And everybody's saying, okay, let's just go to the Philippines. Well, the Philippines sometimes may or may not be the answer that you're looking for. So what you might do is come here first, stay 6 months, 8 months. I mean, relax, take it easy. It's like, it took me 3 years to calm down from the States. You know, me running all the time, working all the time, the problems, the stress, everything else. It took me 3 years not to have the nightmares and jump up out of bed and say, okay, I gotta go to work. And I've jumped up out of bed many times in the first 2-3 years and said, okay, I got to go to work, because that stress was on me so much. And my health there was good. I was healthy, but when I got here, I felt healthier. And so, because the stress is gone, but I could have felt that anywhere in the world, not just here. I could have felt the same in Thailand or Asia, or in Singapore or Hong Kong, or Africa. There's some guys going to Africa. I never even knew there was places to go in Africa. I don't know. So it would be something for me that I would have to kind of feel that out and know. I came here because my friends taught me into it. My friends said it was a great place, and I came here. Have I left the States before? Sure, I left the States before, but I'd never been to Asia. I left the States only in the islands of the Bahamas and St. Thomas. I've been to, of course, Canada a bunch of times, Hawaii, Samoa Islands, Western Samoa Islands, Southern Islands there. Been all over the islands. So I had left, but not over this way. So you learn a lot by coming here, but you need to, things will get to you after a while. It's like some people it takes a year, some people it takes 10 years, some people it takes 6 months. Things will get to you, out of stocks. Well, I went to the store the other day to buy a SIM card, and I just went by myself, and I said, and 30 peso, right? Because that's what it worked. So I'm reaching in there. She goes, no, sir, 60. I said, 60? I said, they're 30. No, sir, they're 60. I said, it's okay. So I walked out of there. So I said, Ruth, go buy me some SIM cards. Give me 5 SIM cards for my phones. So she said, okay. So she goes over, 30 peso. Same, 30 peso. So skin tax. That gets on my nerves after a while, because it gets, not only that, no matter what I do, it's that way. So sad to say, that's just the way it is. It's life. So you accept it. Now, a lot of people cannot accept it. They just get frustrated and mad, and they're ready. I got a bunch of guys that just can't take it anymore. Try living without Wi-Fi. For sometimes it's impossible. They go through withdrawal. Yeah. Wi-Fi here in the Philippines. If the Wi-Fi is down longer than 10 minutes, they're going nuts here. I lay my phone down, and sometimes I don't pick it up until whenever. But if it goes down here, people are jumping hoops, man. Right, Chicha? Yeah. My jobs are tech customer service for a healthcare company. See, hello there, Mr. Doug. How you doing, Mr. Doug? My jobs are
Red for life, fit for life.
Yeah. Great channel, guys. You guys check out his channel. He's got a great channel. I love his things he does. Now, I could not do what he does, riding those bikes up and down those mountains, and he goes pretty fast on that thing. And I'm talking drop-offs at cliffs, for me. Yeah, I would visit first and have a way back. Guarantee, you're right. Good question, though, Gary. I hear you that Thailand has good doctors' hospitals. I'm not saying they're all good. They do. All right. A guy named, he has a channel. He's been doing his channel on and off. He's not really a regular on his channel, but he went to Thailand. He's been in Thailand now 2 months now. And he was telling me the other day that hospital care there is cheaper than the Philippines. And they have good quality doctors. And the room cost is cheaper in Thailand than it is here in the Philippines. And he knows it because he's been in the hospital here, and he's been in the hospital there. And he loves the care in Thailand. And he loves Thailand. So that is his new place. That is his new place. Rick Morris. Gary T, good morning. I met an expat, was totally prepared to be in the Philippines, lost his passport and bank card, had no way to replace either. Also, Social Security was not enough. Oh, Rick. I got to say something. That happens a lot. Where someone comes here and you need that little extra money to survive on, whatever that amount is, $2,000, $5,000 you never touch, right? I'm just using that as an example. It could be $50,000, but I'm just using an example. But there are guys that come here, and if you lose your phone, no way to contact anybody, somebody snatches your phone, you're in dire trouble. What do, right? And if you're alone, how do you make a phone call? Who do you call? How do you even get a phone to even find a call? Or you lose your money. Somebody takes your wallet. So you lose things that you have. And what is the best way to get that back? And how do you do that? So you find yourself, that's tough. And many guys have had that happen where the wife has taken a passport and taken the money and left the house. Well, so who's he calling? How's he get a phone? So you go to the neighbor's house, right? But you're not going to remember the numbers. Well, how do I call the embassy? Well, most of the time, 60% of the people don't even have internet themselves. They're just playing on the phone, taking pictures, playing games. Because there's games you can play without the internet. You don't have to have internet to play the games. So, and that's what a lot of people do. They do it all the time. And then when they get 5 pesos, they come pop it in a vending machine. The thing that I noticed, there's so many Americans that come here that are ill prepared that way. You have to have you really need an American phone number. You really need a phone number for America, meaning that you can call someone in the States, you remember that number, you remember their number, so you can call someone in the States. Worst case, they can call the embassy here, or you figure out how to get a hold of the embassy here. Will they help you? They will help you, but the list is long, guys. They have so many people calling them now, and the number one problem that the guy was telling me is because of healthcare. Healthcare. People are stuck in the hospitals. They're locked under lock and key, even though they're not supposed to be locked under lock and key, and there's nothing they can do about it. And the hospitals do it, and the police come there, and it's under hospital jurisdiction. The police will say, okay, whatever, you need to pay your bill. Well, promissory note. They check your property and everything else before they let the guy out of the hospital. It's sad. It's just, so many stories. It's incredible. There, as Rick says, that man, so he didn't have enough money, but he came here anyway. If he stayed in the States, would have been homeless probably, right? So would have been better for him. I don't know. I would have stayed in the States, be homeless there, than homeless in a country like this. Who's going to feed him? Filipino will feed you, but only so far. Only so far. Yeah. Some YouTube channels give the perception that expat living is daily vacation. Some guys dive into that head first without doing their due diligence. Guarantee, you are exactly right. They do. They give this appearance of pie in the sky. It's like BT came on the other day and says, he loved my channel in the beginning, and said, now I talk negative. No, I tell it what it actually is here. It's actually, this is how it is here now. Before COVID, don't you agree? In 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, and 18, it was okay, right? Mm-hmm. What happened? COVID hit, it just went to heck. Just probably the same as the States. But then on the other hand, there's no support for anybody here. You can't go to a church and get help here. There's nobody at the church. They ain't going to be there until the church day. You could sit there all day. Where churches in the States, you could go to a church, whether they help you or not, someone will help you. They even have feeding programs at the churches. They even have clothing days and days of, you take showers at the church. I mean, I know that of the churches I used to give my clothes to. I used to go there on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's many churches there in Central Florida that you can go take a shower and get food. Because I used to take my old clothes to them and drop them off to them for the help. You know, shoes, you guys know, stuff. Instead of taking it to Goodwill, I'd take it to the churches, to the guys that I knew, personally. So many guys don't take the due diligence and look at it and think about it. And then they find themselves like, oh man, I'm here. My check is $1,300 a month. I get Social Security, but it's not enough. Well, why is it $1,300 enough? Well, in some cases it's not. You're helping the family, or you bought land, or you're renting somewhere, and something happens. Maybe you're in a hospital, and you already spent the money, your savings. So then you don't have enough money to get a plane ticket back home. Then you're stuck. If you get stuck in the Philippines, you're stuck. And I've talked this to many people, and it's not being negative, but they do give this pie in the sky attitude. I mean, I watched a bunch of guys the other day, and I'm listening to them, and I'm going, guys, you're telling these guys wrong. I don't want to be bearer of bad news, but don't tell a guy it's perfect here, and he's coming here, and he finds a Filipina, and next thing you know, she's taking his money, and he's out on the street. It's crazy. He died about a month ago and was lucky to get buried. Yeah, Rick, without your help, he would have not honestly been able to probably get buried. And I appreciate that you did that. And you know what, Rick? It really makes you think, right? I often thought about you and that guy, and I'm glad that you were there for him. How many? There was another one. Another channel that did the same thing. It's called Philippine Journey or something. It's not the one. It's a different one. But he helped a guy because he lost his Social Security because he didn't fill out the 7162 form. So they stopped payment on a Social Security check. He was living alone, had no one, just his cats. He couldn't didn't know who to call about that. Didn't really have internet about anything. Destitute. He was done for. And so he helped him get his Social Security back. Get the form, fill it out, call the embassy, get it turned in. And after about 3-4 months, he ended up getting his check back. And of course, they paid him the money. So the guy says, what are you going to do now? You're going to be back in the same boat again. You need to get internet, you need to do this, A, B, C, D, E. He called his brother out in the U.S., and so he's going back to the U.S. to move in with his brother. So, solve that problem. That's a sad way to go, RM, yeah. Skin tax should be illegal. It drives me crazy. You have not even looked at my cell phone.
Did you remember that when you buy chicken?
Oh, man. I paid triple the amount for chicken legs. The ladies charged me like crazy. I go, what? And Ruth goes, where'd you get that? I said, what'd you pay? She goes, well, no, they overcharged you a bunch. Okay. I'm going, and it's not just me. It happens to all people, a lot of people all the time. I tell you what, at Ace Hardware, they even tried to skin tax me at Ace Hardware. They even tried to do that at Ace Hardware to me. And I said to the guy I said, but the price is this. And he said, well, no. I said, you can't just charge more on the container than what it says on the thing. He said, sir, that's the wrong price. I'm going, you know what? So I just walked out of there. I got mad. We contract doctors off TRICARE that worked at Makati Medical in Bay Point. Some of them were educated at USC and Stanford, good doctors. Oh, that's good. But I noticed something. TRICARE now only covers certain things. They don't cover the full gambit here. What is it?
It's a golden.
Well, go turn it down. Or come here and get Omer and take him in the room and close the door, please. He's beginning to pest here, and I can't even do a live stream. So, I don't know what his deal is. Yeah, put him in your room.
The lick.
My blood pressure dropped, my stress dropped. Now 1 year I'm living here my dream. Yeah. It's really good, Kevin T. It was good for me, but things stress me out more now after I've been here for a while. They really do. Even this one, maybe she's stressed out because of me. But I got to tell you something. The nieces came over the other day. They're college level nieces, okay, and they said, "Please get us out of here. It's toxic." I said, "Why is everybody telling me the word toxic?" It's a new word in the Philippine language. Toxic. So I said, why? She says, poverty.
Can be poison.
Yeah, poverty. We're tired of being poor. How do we enhance our life? The most we'll ever make, I'll make $25,000 to $30,000 a year. That's it. We know a teacher right now is only making $25,000, and he's been doing it for years. That's the top he'll ever make, $25,000. His wife makes around the same, so they make $50,000 a month, and they're struggling. You get a couple of kids, got a car payment. You guys know the story. Then you got other expenses come out, loans, this, that, and other, land. So just good morning, Captain Billy. Good morning. Christian Martinson, good morning. Thank you, Tim D. Thank you for coming on. See you, Tim D. Thank you. Spending your valuable time. Thank you, Tim. Things can get stolen there too, yeah. I had a guy try and steal my phone one day at the SM Mall 3-4 weeks ago. It's crazy. It was crazy where he tried to take my phone. I could not believe that. I had a guy come by my house in the Philippines and would steal all the phone chargers in the house every time he came over. Yeah, they'll come over and they'll take things. Ruth, but right before I got here, or maybe a few months before, she got hit. They took your laptop.
Hey,
Camera, laptop.
It was a little boy.
It was a little boy.
Yeah, Mano. She was going back to Hong Kong.
Oh. So the little boy took it. Well, yeah, it happens. Thieves happen in all ages. In CDO, the supermarket we were at up the street got robbed too. There's always something going on. And even this one here got hit too recently. I have a notebook where I keep my info, like my bank website and logins. Yeah, I do too. I have 2 notebooks here. And through the years, I've taken and put my passwords and all that stuff in. So if something did steal something, they would really have a hard time, with it. And I found myself saying, okay, I'm just going to keep an eye on that notebook. And I try to keep everything locked up with keypad and numbers and, pin pads so people can't get in it. He lived with his family. My wife saw him begging. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I actually saw an American beggar one time. It's been years ago. And I wondered, but it was, I had nothing I could do. I'm in a car going down the road and I saw him on the side of the road begging. I started watching the channel just to learn about what I would need before I came there. Well, thank you, John. And too, the guys were saying to me, they're asking me questions. What do I need to bring? How much money do I need to bring? And what kind of account? Can I open an account there? Would it be best if I open an account at the bank there, or should I keep it in the States? And so many people have different opinions about that. It's best if you have an account. I would keep an address in the States if you possibly can. If not, keep one of those mailboxes, etc. But you have to have them notarized now. You cannot open one of those here. You have to open them one in the States. They have to be notarized because so many people abuse that situation, especially overseas. And it has to do a lot with, how can I say, Homeland Security, Marawi, sending money overseas, where they're getting their funds, like Western Union, MoneyGram, a lot of that format changed, and a lot of the address thing changed with it. Also have some back in U.S. that you will help, like sending you a replacement card because they only send a card. You're exactly right. You are exactly right. What a good point, Rick. I always forget this. If you're coming to the Philippines, always have a USA address. You're right. USA will not send your bank cards here. Some do, some don't. Some, in fact, I need to go back and get a couple cards because I have to send them to my brother's house and then he sends them to me. But you actually don't have the cards, you have the code. But you sometimes need the physical card so they can ship them to you, FedEx or whatever, DHL or whatever, and you can get them and do that. But you're right. They won't send them overseas to you. Some they used to, but they don't do it anymore. Not all banks. My banks won't do it. My Wells Fargo and my other bank won't do it. Capital One won't do it. You have to physically be there in the States. Sad to say. I'm too spoiled. Yeah, Captain Billy, you're exactly right. Even 14151617 nowadays is tough here. I got to tell you an example. Ruth and I went to the store. Supermarket prices. A loaf of bread. A loaf of bread here in the Philippines where I live, down the road, I can go to buy me a loaf of bread. It's $2.50. You buy in the States, I looked online a few days ago, you buy it for $1.39 at Walmart. Anywhere in Florida. Anywhere in Florida. Same price in Titusville, same price in Tampa, same price in Miami. $1.39. Canned goods, you buy them for 88 cents, 89 cents US. They're $3-4 a can here, maybe $5. So what you have to do is prepare yourself for the high cost of food. And you're not always going to get what you want as far as food. So you have to live in a populated area that has a Subway, a populated area that has a Costco or something like that. You can actually get food. Yeah, that's true. You can't take it to the grave. You got to live life to the fullest. I agree with you 100%. Not me. It was Guinness. I did the calling, get his bank card, and my brother shipped his card for me. Good for you. Glennis, good for you. High five, Glennis. And you know what? It's nice you help them out, you know? Everybody needs help. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Everybody needs help. I'm not making any long-term plans right now. My life is in God's hands. High five, John. I understand 100% your situation. I understand your situation 100%. We all sometimes think that this is the way to be. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it changes. And it can change monthly, yearly. It can change and really fast. And I agree with you. Hey, Mitch. Thank you. High five. Thank you, Mr. Mitch.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. And I've been living on $1,100 a month the last 2 years, and I don't half of that to pay all my bills. HOA, insurance, electric, gas, and internet with food. And I applaud you for that. And this 8 years ago, I was living on that. But that was 8 years ago. I'm sure things changed because everybody's probably double that now. I don't know. Or maybe triple. I don't know. I know one thing. When I do, I will be finding that out, you know. It's all under $500 a month, $1,100. Yeah. Even if you can save a few $100 a month, and you're on Social Security, you save a few hundred, $300, $400 here, that will help in the long run of your survival here. It really will. Because here it's, you don't want to be on the streets here. Because you'll get just as robbed here as you will anywhere. You will find that there won't be any food here. It's abundant more in the States than it is here. The dumpsters here, they don't have dumpsters here.
It's all garbage.
It's all garbage. You be picking through garbage that people's already ate and everything else. So you're really, 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 you're really destitute here. I mean, you talking about poverty. There are 6.5 million homeless here in the Philippines. 6.5 right now. 2023 December statistics. 6.5. Sad. I don't know what it is in the States. Last time I looked, it's 500,000. But say it gets, 2 million, 3 million, but still. But it's 3 times the population it is here. 3 times the population in the States. USA has welfare. No one needs to be homeless, but you don't have money. You can just get lost fast. My Social Security is as much as my brother-in-law income, and he is highway engineer for college. Yes. Kevin T., I got to tell you, some of the Social Security here, some of the guys are drawing really top benefits. And they find themselves in a situation where they come here and they just spend their money, right? And like they're rich. And then a few years later, they spend all their money and all they have is just that check. Now, some cases, the guys get in the hospital and they know they have that, $2,500 coming in a month, which is really good money here. But they find themselves can't pay the hospital bill. I know a guy that's came here rich and struggled. Now he's struggling to pay the hospital bill. And he's going to go back to the States, buy a piece of property, and go prepper. He's going to be a prepper. I don't know where he's going or anything about it, but he was just sending me a message. You know, I've had it. I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. I tell everybody I'll never go back to the States ever. I don't care what they say. I'll never go back there. If I'm dying, I will never go back to the States. Complete turnaround now. He says I'm going back because I realized that I was way wrong. Boy, was I wrong. He said, I found that he's humble now. He's humble. It humbled him. Lost all his money, lost everything. And it's because of the family he was associated with. They'll drain you fast. I know I can live on, you can live. You can live. The thing of it is, the key in the Philippines, you can live on $1,100 a month, no worries. Depends on where you live. If you want to live BGC, you want to live in Manila, you might be struggling there. If you're living out here where I'm at, you can live fine. But the problem is, have backup. 15, 20, 30K. Really, 20, 30K. Before, 5, 10K for hospital. Now it's, I wouldn't, probably really 50K. I keep going up, but hospital care has increased considerably. I mean, the child we have a nephew who's in the hospital for dengue, right? Not that bad, 3 days, 3 full days, 3 nights in the hospital, got the care, medicines and things like that. Even that bill was $700. $700 for a child. If they saw me in there, it'd probably been, 3, 4, 5 times that amount. Because you have to plan for that. Because that's what they do. I don't make this up. It's just what they do. You can go to some of the bloggers, even some named bloggers, been around a long time. That's what they do. I lived there in the Philippines, $1,200 a month, Canadian, and lived very well. Yeah. Know your limit. That's true. That's true. Keep most of the U.S. money, and my wife has a bank account that we use most. There you go. That's right. Keep your U.S. money and put the money in her account. Let her use the credit card and go buy whatever and do whatever she wants. Always save enough for your ticket out as well. John Ferris, tickets out of the Philippines more expensive. You have to go to a travel agent to buy them. You're exactly right. 100% right. You are exactly right, and I agree with you. You're right. The Philippines costs have really exceeded, and you're just going to get on tickets. I was looking at tickets the other day, or $1,100 one way. I would never eat Subway because they have removed one sandwich. You won't go to Subway? You don't like it? Life is the greatest teacher. So Mark, you're living on $1,100. Mark King, that's hard when the rent starts at $1K. Yeah. If I have to pull, there's fish. I would never go out with food at all. Yeah. There's many people fish here. Ruth wants to fish, but there's no place fishing. There's nowhere to go. She wants to fish. Yeah. I find a place cheaper a month for rent. Yeah. You guys talking? I find a place cheaper. Makoto, good morning. How you doing, Makoto? John Fair said, here I'm paying $14 a month, 2-bedroom apartment. Whoa. $14 a month. Wow. It's a better deal since you can only buy high dollar condos. Yeah. Yeah, you get condo situation, but I tell you what, don't go above 3rd, 4th, 5th floor. You have an earthquake, that thing's going to shake. Guy told me he's up high, and that building was low, like this in Manila, rocking. He says, no. He's selling it. He said, I may buy another one, but it's going to be down on 1st, 2nd floor. You may find an amazing Filipina that loves you deeply and be contented with your low pension. But if family's poor, they will need your support. Well said. You're well said. That's for sure. That's not including bills. Wow. If you're in the Philippines, not like the area, you can pack up and go. That's true. You can leave. You're right. I don't care what country you're in. Different areas cost different amounts. $1,100, you're better off staying. I can live in a certain area for that amount. It's true. You're right, Rick. My wife had thyroid treatment 5 days ago. Cost 100K peso.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, so a couple of grand. Uh, Guy has a problem with appendix. I said this last week, and he was in the hospital. His bill was they quoted him a price of $4,000, right? So no worries. Went to go pay the bill, and ended up being around 10, and he didn't have it. So, long story short, embassy came and seized his passport. They called them and they seized his passport. They got him out of the hospital. They took care of the bill, negotiated it down to whatever amount of money, and then he's back in the States now, but he has to pay that bill. He had to sign a promissory note, and the kids are on the hook also for it, but they're making payments on that bill to the government to get his passport back. Do most associate their other expats locals? Oh, you know what, Gary T? That's a good question. Most that I find, most don't pretty well stick to themselves. You'll have coffee shop meetings, and they'll do things together, like, you know, give away certain things, T-shirts and things like that. But you'll find most of the time they pretty well stay apart. Certain groups do meet for coffee and things, but even those groups, they get in little fights because politics. They get in fights because military and what's going on. They get in fights. So pretty well a lot of them kind of stick apart, because I've noticed something. The people that actually come to the Philippines, I call them 3 different categories. Number one is a cowboy. Has the cowboy mentality. They don't care where they sleep. They don't care where they eat. They don't care about anything. That's the type of person that needs to come here. They don't care of anything. They just do their thing. Then you have the planners that come here. Number 2 is the planners. These guys plan everything. They know exactly what they're going to do. They know exactly what they have. And they're the ones that have the money, and they have the money available, that come here and they're set. And no matter what, whatever happens, they deal with it. If not, they just go back and forth like this, right? Then you have the third group. I call them the third group. The third group is the ones that are just mentally unstable. The guys are just really off the deep end. The guys really don't even know what left is right and right is left. They don't know anything other than they're here and they're trying to figure out where to live, and that's a lot of the 3 groups. So the cowboys that come here, they just do their thing. They don't like it, they just go to Thailand. They don't like it, they go over here. If they have to sleep on the ground over here, it's okay. But they're planners also. They have the cash and they just do their thing. Or they don't have the cash, but they know how to figure their way out of it, right? But the third group has been the hardest ones, and that's the ones that I get the emails on. The third group. They're having a hard time. They met the wrong lady because they didn't pick the right lady. They picked the wrong lady in the beginning. A lot of them have never left the United States ever, and a lot of them have never been out of the city. So if they were born and raised in Valdosta, Georgia, that was it. They ain't never been to Atlanta. They never been to Dallas. They never been on an airplane before. A lot of the guys have never been on airplanes are coming here. Those are the ones that are coming. A lot of them. Believe it or not. And I should do a video on it. I wonder how many guys, do a poll. How many guys ever been on an airplane come here for the first time? There's a lot of guys. You'd be surprised. And then they don't plan. They bring their check here, and they're wondering why in the world they're not doing so well financially, right? Because they didn't plan accordingly. Like I planned this house. I thought it all out. Earthquakes, hurricanes, flooding, everything. So I built the land up 3 feet. I did this, put out a French drain. I did everything I could think of. Put in a septic system that I don't have to move every 10, 15, 20 years. I put in a septic that'll last my whole lifetime. You know, not like the normal septic that they have here, because they have to move the septic every, 8 years, honey? 7 years, 6 years here? They have to move it because they overfill and they have no ways of draining it. Yeah. So that's the reason a lot of sewage, when you drink the water here, it's already in the ground. Especially in Manila. So that's what happens. That was a great question. What do you mean there's no place to fish? You have a whole ocean. You can't get there. Here's something I got to say. There is a whole ocean of fish, but you just know where to go fishing. a lot of the, here's the deception about here in the Philippines. People don't realize this. You can go in the beaches here, but a lot of the beaches are what they call shallow beaches. The beach may go out 500 yards or 1,000 yards. Water's coming in high tide and low tide. But you go out 500 yards, it's still above your knees. That's it. And then you might hit some deep spots. So to go fishing, it's not like where you can go in Keys, or you're in Daytona, or you're in St. Pete, or you're in Texas, or you're in Savannah. You throw the hook out in the water. The water is no deeper than your knee or ankles all the way out. A lot of the beaches are shallow beaches. You get into Coron and Palawan, that gets into the deeper waters, deeper beaches, deeper places, because the way the tide has come in and the storms and washed it out and caused the ridges in the sea, you know, the ridges. It's like Daytona. You can go in some areas of Daytona, the ridges are deep, and it can go 300 yards deep, and then you're on sand again, and then out into the ocean. And you can walk on the sand, you know, for 500 feet, and you'll be there. But you go and you're in the ridge. So as you guys know how that works, I'm just explaining. But here, it's a lot of shallow, man. So when you go on the beaches here, it's not with, they say, well, we're going to the beach. Yeah, okay, you're going to be playing in water knee high. That's, hey, experience, guys. So some of the places they'll have, the guys tell me, yeah, we went to the beach the other day. Tom, I never got over my ankle. I went out 500 yards and it's still over my ankle. I mean, about my ankle. So he says, there's no swimming there. But there are ridges and deep places, he said. You can tell by the color of the water and the depth of the way the rocks are formed. So all those fishermen find, yeah, they do it by fish boats, but they're out. They're out. They are out, Mark. They're out like, you might find a guy fisherman out in the middle of the ocean and he's 5 miles from shore or 10 miles from shore. Yeah. And a lot of them use the netting for the small fish. There's a lot of small fish, you know, 10 inches, 12 inches. I learned a lot when I went to the Philippines. I really need to learn more before I left Canada, but live and learn. Yeah, I understand, John. You know, Gemma, and I know about hospitals here. It's all about the money. Have you been careful? Yeah, I know you do. You know more about the money than most people. Yeah, you really do. And I agree with you, Kevin. I agree with you. Jim Honor, good morning, good morning. I can go fishing. The sound, not eating the fish around it that Loki caught. Yeah. I understand that. Kind of same here with the rivers. You want to catch any fish in the rivers here, because the cows drown and chickens drown, and it's coming down out of the mountains and sewage and everything else out of there. Small fish. People talking to live on $900 a month. Social welfare tax pays $900 a month. Hospital dinner, even pay for surgery, all taxes, whatever, fridge and water sewage. Wow. There you go. Thanks, Makoto. Nope, just need to be a resident. Wow. Henry Bautista. How you doing, my good friend? Good morning. Hello, Henry. Tom, I've never been on a plane to the Philippines, Vietnam. But you've been on a plane, though. A lot of guys never been on a plane, you know what I mean? But with a low income, you're not going to travel to nice resorts and beaches. Yeah, exactly. Ruth and I want to travel around to some of the resorts, but a lot of them are still, COVID has really got them, a lot of them are not even open anymore. Limited. Sad. What can I say? May I ask, a couple live 2,000 a month without paying rent? Province? Yeah. Sure can. Without paying rent? Yep. You need to work or live there for 5 years. Yeah, 2,000. Yeah. 2,000. Mitch Brumwell, high five. Thank you, Mr. Mitch.
For the super chat.
Thank you, Mr. Mitch. Not pay rent.
Buy house or build one in our land cup.
Yeah, you can do that. You can buy a house, build a house. There's houses for sale. Deep long line fishing is what they do in the Philippines. Yeah, they do. They use the tides, but because it's shallow, it's very shallow. I've learned a lot about the Philippines. There's a lot about the islands that I've learned a lot. There's a lot I could learn. And you see the guys out there in the boats, and And they're not catching as many fish as you think they're. And the big fishermen are out there like the shrimpers do in Florida. You know, they're out. They're not like, they're out. They're way out, you know. Are way overfished. There's not a lot of big fish left at all. I let you want to go out about 100
Yeah,
kilometers.
I think so, because
Yeah.
so many fishermen and
Yeah.
so much fish selling in the market like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of, you're right. You're right. There's not a lot of fish that are really big anymore. They're all small. 8, 10, 12 inches, maybe tops, and then smaller. You'll get some bigger ones, but you've got to really go out. And I noticed the beaches here, and most of where I've been though, is like that. It's
But
really shallow.
Most of they're doing for a living, like
Yeah.
because too many people are poor. That's their farm only for fishing.
Yeah.
Addict car.
Yeah, Adhikar, good morning.
You don't need to eat low body weight. It's 80% what you eat and 20% exercise, like walking 30 minutes for this time a week and drink water.
You're exactly right, my friend. 100%
That's what
right.
times doing walking.
Yeah.
That walking is the best exercise.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're right. Overfish is not the problem there. It's just a lot of people fish because they're poor. Yes, that's true. Yeah, you don't pay rent because of my wife's family house, but renovate and pay utilities and mom's living there. Pop and dying, yeah. And you know what? Good for you. Good for you. Japanese government spent $23 billion for Social Security. Wow. We plan to retire there, my wife. Awesome, Henry. Look forward to it, my good friend. Tom, you were 10K, lived in a good water. Was all that shallow? It was at least just deep water there, deeper, was it? Yeah, I didn't know where he lived or his island. I know that a lot of them is just shallow, because you got to realize, I know there's some deep places. I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying most are shallow. Most. So square fun. Do I like Bangus? Yeah.
Yeah. Milkfish.
Milkfish. Did I get a stingray fish when I was there? And it was a blast. Yeah. Love to walk. SSD, I don't know anything about it, Henry. I don't know anything about SSD, only Social Security. Well, I'll tell you what. We've been on...
Is the eye.
Yeah, we've been on an hour and...
It's almost 1 hour now.
Hour and a half, almost hour and a half. I think I'll call the stream here. I like going to the beach. If I had a choice, the place to live, I would live on the beach. It was me. I would live on the beach. You don't want to. If I had a choice, I would live on the beach. That's who I am personally. But Ruth is not a beach person. I am. I enjoy living on the beach. I enjoy that lifestyle. I enjoy being a beach bum. I enjoy that thing, that environment. I was like that before in the States. I enjoy that. You know, not wearing shoes. I was that kind of guy. But through the years I've changed. But I still want to do that. But Ruth don't want to live there because storms. Say good night, Tom. Good night, Tom.
Good night. There are many fish farm in my area, but we can still get fish in our town market. Just pick them and have them.
Yeah, there's many fish farms here. They grow a lot of fish, but I gotta tell you, to me fish taste, they're good here, but I'm not a fish person. I'm more of a steak and potato kind of guy. And I should have really looked at that in detail. Because when I came here, that's what I thought. I love you all. Bless you. I'll be adding updates on my channel. Hopefully there'll be better things to come. Okay, you guys check out John Ferris. Great channel, guys. One thing is in my favor going to the Philippines. You guys check out.
Here is you should still have family on Northern Luzon Island, and they don't do homes there, so was it could not do it to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to go to the dentist tomorrow. I'm not happy about it. Raise your hand. Anybody likes going to the dentist? God bless and enjoy special moments wherever you are. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and share. High five, Mr. Mitch. Thank you for saying that. God bless, Mr. Mitch. Thank you for the visit. Thank you, John Ferris. God bless you, too. Okay, Tom, take care. It's time to live on the beach, maybe a 2-bedroom house, bungalow. I'm coming to visit you. Tom, if you love eating meat, but if you have there some fish, I like it would eat, too. Yes, true. I cook sirloin steak. It's okay, but a little tough. Yeah. Ruth makes some steak, and it's good. You know, it's good, Rick, but it's like one of those things. You know what I mean? It's tough. No matter what, it's just tough meat. It's tough to eat it. You know. I want to thank everybody for coming on today. I want to thank John Ferris, Henry Bautista, Mr. Mitch, Mr. Mark King, Mr. Rick Morris. I want to thank you guys for coming on. Kevin T. Thank you, Henry Bautista. John Ferris. Thank you for coming on today. Makoto, thank you for coming on today. John Ferris, let's see, who else? Attic Car, thank you so much for coming on, Henry. Thank you guys for spending your valuable time with us today. And for some reason, it's Kevin and Gemma. I want
Go up.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming on. We won't go up any further, I guess. I don't know. But I want to thank everybody for spending their valuable time. And thank you so much for always watching our channel. God bless everybody. And I want to wish everybody a great 2024. And may you guys have the best 2024 possible. God bless. And I'll see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.